Hi, everyone. Here, and let's talk about AuDHD in women and individuals assigned female at birth. By AuDHD, I mean individuals who are living with both ADHD and autism. So, in a recent article, Dr. Charlotte Hill described several distinctive experiences that are often seen in folks who are both autistic and ADHD. So, again, this is the combination called AuDHD, and the overlap creates a unique and layered way of being where these two distinct neurotypes often interact and shape each other in complex and quite interesting ways. One of the most defining parts of this experience is what many describe as this internal tug of war, or maybe more accurately, a constant balancing act. For many AuDHD women and individuals assigned female at birth, daily life involves navigating two equally strong needs: a preference for structure and predictability, and this drive for novelty and new experiences and stimulation. A well organized plan can suddenly feel too restrictive, while a spontaneous decision can often become quickly overwhelming. Finding the balance between order and flexibility can shift from moment to moment and sometimes even in the same day. Social life adds another layer of complexity. Many AuDHD women and AFAB individuals care deeply about connection. Can you relate? Even though these social interactions may not always come naturally. A lot of thought and energy can go into observing and interpreting social cues, knowing when to offer support or how to celebrate something meaningful or what to say in the moment, how to respond to that wit or joke of your friend that kind of like goes right over your head. And then, like, after you have a chance to process it, like, oh, yeah, that was quite funny. But then, like, the moment has passed. Can you relate? So, this intentional effort often leads to strong, genuine relationships, but it can also be quite draining, especially when we also do the work of reflecting or replaying conversations in our minds afterwards. Also, perfectionism is a common theme. Different aspects of AuDHD can pull focus in different ways. So, attention to detail, a strong sense of responsibility and justice, and the urge to prepare thoroughly, to manage distractions and forgetfulness can definitely be present. And together, these traits can create very high personal standards. From the outside, this might look like discipline and motivation, ambition, achievement, and success. But internally, this can feel quite intense and honestly exhausting. What else? Let's talk about sensory experiences. Sensory sensitivities and sensory seeking are traits that are present in both ADHD and autism. And then when you have the combination of both, it's a double whammy. Many ADHD women and AFAB individuals describe both seeking the stimulation, that sensory stimulation. So I want to feel soft things. I want to taste only certain textures. I love the sound of specific beats and music, and that's what's calming and soothing for me, or maybe a heavy blanket. And also having sensory sensitivities as far as I don't like rough and itchy and scratchy things, or it may be too loud in the environment. And things like bright lights and background noise, and even just busy environments with a lot of activity or people around. This can feel exciting and energizing at times with, the ADHD self, but can also start to feel overwhelming just as quickly. So, for example, hosting a lively gathering might be quite fun to plan depending on the person, but also staying comfortable during this event might mean doing things to accommodate the environment that will help an individual with their sensory needs. So, adjusting the lighting, lowering the music, and even stepping out for a short break or sometimes a long break. These are not unpredictable reactions. They are actually thoughtful and intentional ways that AuDHD individuals can help to stay regulated and help ourselves to stay balanced. Unfortunately, many individuals who are assigned female at birth, women and girls, non-binary, and gender non-conforming individuals with ADHD and autism misdiagnosis or get misdiagnosed. So they may go their entire life or their entire teen and young adulthood, and it's not until middle age or older that someone, maybe themselves or a very skilled clinician, recognizes their neurodivergence. Because diagnostic criteria were historically based on how traits of autism and ADHD appear in men and boys or individuals assigned male at birth, the experiences that we have are often overlooked and even more so misunderstood. Some of us may receive diagnoses like anxiety or depression or post-traumatic stress disorder, so trauma-related diagnoses, avoidant restrictive food intake disorder or OCD, and all these other things before finally it's realized that a better explanation is actually our neurodivergence, the presence of ADHD and autism. And sometimes, oftentimes, it's actually both, because 70% of individuals with ADHD or autism have at least one other mood disorder, whether it be anxiety or depression or bipolar or OCD, something going on. But to miss the neurodivergence and that explanation for our experiences and how we see and perceive and interact with the world, it's really unfortunate, and it can lead to problems with self-confidence, self-esteem, increased victimization, and a lot of shame, a lot of self-shame and self-blaming for how an individual responds to different situations. Years of masking, learning to appear typical, this can make it even harder for individuals to realize what's really happening underneath. Added to this, many AuDHD women and AFAB individuals describe this intense sense of recognition when they meet others who share this dual neurotype. There's often this unspoken understanding, this shared way of noticing and thinking and engaging with the world. It's like we can be in a conversation and go from here to there and there to here and back and forth, and I'm following and you're following, but maybe someone with the neurotypical brain cells like, okay, wait a second. I thought we were talking about breakfast. How did we get to, the second winner of NASCAR in history? Like, what happened there? So the importance of that is finding your people. And that was actually how I was late identified, late diagnosed, as I was having more of these interactions where I was really gelling, and these individuals were already diagnosed. And as I started to have more self-realization and self-awareness of different traits and qualities and features that I had that I learned weren't typical, I went to these same individuals, these same friends, and disclosed to them like, hey, I think I might be autistic. I think I might have ADHD. And unfortunately, they were just like, yeah, like, you didn't know that? It was this way of seeing they already knew before I even knew myself. First of all, if y'all was watching this, you should have told us this. Like I could have like not spent the first almost 40 years of my life not realizing that there was a better explanation for growing up and experiencing the world differently, having a more difficult time with social communication and experiencing bullying and all these other things. That's neither here nor there. The important thing, and to wrap up this video, is that connections like these can bring a sense of belonging, can bring relief, and so much validation. Overall, understanding AuDHD, that beautiful, unique combination of neurotypes between ADHD and autism, helps to bring self-recognition and clarity and self-acceptance. These traits are not necessarily contradictions. They are a part of a uniquely wired brain. And with greater awareness, inclusive diagnostic practices, and genuine acceptance, these experiences can, and I believe will, be recognized and supported and valued. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next video. Take care until then. And of course, if you are wondering yourself if you might be AuDHD or autistic or have ADHD, please reach out if you're located in the state of California or in New York, where I am licensed, and I would be more than happy to